game. First of all, I want to credit Coach Prime's team in Colorado. Man, they played incredibly hard. I thought their kids showed a lot of character, a lot of fight. That's a good football team. You know, their record doesn't necessarily indicate that, but that's a good team. They got good players. They play hard every week. I was really impressed with what they did and how they did it. So hats off to those guys. And like I said, I really thought they did a good job. It's kind of a frustrating game, and proud of our players for making plays, down the stretch and in critical situations and things. That's what we talk about all the time. I mean, look, winning college football games is very difficult to do. It's just hard. I mean, no games in this league are going to be easy. They're all you're going to face adversity during these games, and you're going to have to overcome it. And we certainly faced our share tonight, and I'm proud of our players for overcoming it. And again, confidence that's born out of hard work and doing things the right way. And those guys don't panic, even when it doesn't always look pretty. So again, really proud of our players, proud of their effort. Thought we did a good job of making some adjustments at halftime that I think really helped us. And again, I thought it was a hard-fought win.
Things ended last week. How encouraging was it you guys fall behind, but you guys scored on 35-7, I think, the rest of the win?
Yeah, it was good. I mean, it was good. Last week was similar to this game. It's just, we were the team that made the plays tonight, and last week it was Arizona State that made them. And as I said, man, that's the way this Big 12 is going to be. It's just going to be a dogfight. It's going to be these games are going to go into the second half, and it's going to come down to which teams can execute the best and be the most disciplined. And like I said, we had some bad things happen to us. I mean, we got a unsportsmanlike conduct penalty after scoring a touchdown and pulling ahead, and we're kicking off, from way backed up from the 20-yard line, and then we kick the thing out of bounds, and they get the ball at midfield. I mean, those are the kind of things you just can't do. And that's we were fortunate to overcome that. That was a very critical mistake and something that we can't do. We missed a short field goal. We can't do that. We got down to the 1-yard line and didn't get the ball in the end zone. We can't do that. There's just a series of things that we were very fortunate to overcome. I mean, we overcame a offensive pass interference penalty that is, I have never seen anything like it, and our guys were able to overcome that. And so I was really proud of the effort that our guys had and what we did.
To that play as well, you got the bounce afterwards on that punt, recovered it.
Yeah.
How well did your team recompose itself?
Yeah. I think we all were disappointed in that it kind of played out the way it did, but we were fortunate that the ball hit off of them. We got the ball in better field position than we would have, and and then we're able to go score and take the lead, and then got to stop defensively, which was huge. That was a big thing, and they're really proud of the offense for running the clock out. We got the ball back with 2.5 minutes. They had 3 timeouts and the 2-minute warning, and we're able to run the clock out and score on 4th down. So those were critical situations, and we made those plays. It wasn't always pretty tonight, I can promise you, but our guys played hard and fought through it.
Coach, what were your thoughts after that play happened and you saw Josh talking to the ref? I have to imagine you were probably kind of antsy watching him do that, kind of proud at the same time that he was defending the team the way he was.
Yeah, I still don't really understand what happened. It's probably better for me not to talk much about it. We just had some strange things happen here the last 3 weeks. But it is what it is.
They come out and they score touchdowns on their first 2 drives.
Yeah.
And the defense seems to turn it up a little bit. 3 interceptions.
Yeah, obviously the turnovers were big, because, we went for it on the 4th down on our first series, kind of got in their end of the field and went for it and didn't get it, and then went down and scored. And then, we were able to turn the ball over, which obviously was very, very important. The one before half was critical. We didn't turn the ball over today, which was obviously the difference in the ball game. Won the turnover battle, I think 4-0. And so when you do that, you're probably going to win. And we were fortunate to create those turnovers and that they went our way. Because had they not, probably would have been a different outcome. And so we just have to do a really good job of what we did tonight, taking care of the football, making sure we don't turn it over. And sometimes you're going to have to win ugly and not play your best. And I think that's what we did tonight.
Eric McAllister's performance, how you doing?
Yeah, it was good to have Eric back. You know, he had the injury last week that you know, quite frankly, I did not think he would play this week on Monday or Tuesday. Thought there was a chance. Same thing with Kavorian, Barnes. I didn't think either one of them were likely to play. I thought there was a chance they would. And both of them just really wanted to play. I mean, they're two guys that, you know, want to win and want to help their team, want to do anything they can to help us win, and just love those guys, love their effort. You know, Eric's a big play receiver. You know, I mean, it's just what he does. He makes big plays in critical situations. You know, and Dozie Ezekama, I thought, spelled him and did some really good things, and we're going to have to continue to bring along some of those young players. But, you know, we needed Kavorian and we needed Eric, and those guys stepped up in critical situations and did what big-time players do.
Coach Chase Curtis had 2 huge catches on one of those scoring drives.
Yeah. I mean, Chase is kind of Mr. Consistent right now. You know, he gets in the game and he performs at a high level. I love the tight end room. You know, DJ's making plays in there as well, and that's a great combination for us. And, you know, Lafayette got a touchdown tonight, so it was good to see him get his first. We could have done without the spike, you know, and that's something obviously we'll address with that because, as I said earlier, I mean, that's a critical error. But I was proud of him. Great to see him make a play. Like the tight end room, think those guys are all performing at a high level.
Given the difficulties in the game in general,
Yeah.
and the back and forth nature of
Yeah.
it, at any point did it feel like 23?
Yeah, I did. I mean, it felt a little bit like Houston here last year. You know, that was just one of those games you're just kind of like, how did that happen? But I think this is a more mature group. You know, that's going to happen to you sometimes. You know, you're going to get into a funk. What's happening in college football now is, you know, you used to get 12 possessions a game, and you could work through some funks here and there. And the way it's played now, I mean, both teams, we ran 68 plays, they ran 65. They used to be 88 and 85. And so it's really a different game now than it used to be, and you just can't have a couple of bad series on offense. And if you do, you look up and you're down, and it's hard to come back sometimes. And so we just got to, you know, we just have some consistency issues that we got to get fixed. I thought we were better this week than we were last week, but there's still some things we got to do. We got to improve our third down defense. You know, that bit us in the rear end again tonight. Again, you got to give Colorado credit. They made some plays on third down, but we got to do a better job at getting off the field. They were 9 of 14. You're just not going to beat people when you let them convert that many third downs. So, but I thought we played, you know, fantastic defensively. You know, we got stops when we needed them. We gave up some yards, we gave up some plays, but we got the turnovers and stops in the critical situations. And again, it's what allowed us to win the football game.
I think y'all struggle running the ball. They've not done a good job.
Yeah, you know, it just seemed like we're struggling right now to do it. I don't know. That's where we got to get better. And we weren't great tonight, but we were actually better. And so we just have to figure it out. We've got to get and we did some good things at times. Again, we just weren't as consistent as we needed to be.
Jamel Johnson.
Oh yeah, man. Yeah, Jamel continues to make plays. You know, the touchdown was a tough play. The ball got hung up, and he lost the receiver a little bit when he was trying to play the football, and the guy made a nice play. But man, you know, the interception he made was a big time play. You know, he just continues to play well. You know, both he and Bud, I thought, did some really, really good things tonight. You know, those turnovers were huge. You know, Namdi's turnover at the end of the half was big. I mean, there was some big plays, big turnovers.
Your defense did a great job containing Salter all night. Y'all didn't let him get any big rushes.
Yeah. You know, it's 3 weeks in a row we've played these really athletic quarterbacks, and so, you know, there's some carryover from really the SMU game, defending their quarterback, and last week defending Arizona State's. So our guys did a good job, controlled rush. You know, he got out of the pocket some and made some plays when he was out of the pocket, but we didn't give up, you know, big play runs, and didn't really give up a lot of chunk plays either in those situations. So, you know, and we pressured him at times, and I think made him a little uncomfortable. You know, I thought he played well, though. I really did. I thought he did a good job. You know, we had a couple interceptions on some tip balls, but I thought Salter played well, and I thought we did a good job of again not giving up the big runs that he has a tendency to get.
Seems like man Jack's giving you guys a really consistent performance over the last couple weeks. Can you just talk about
Yeah, Manjak's just a guy. I mean, just like Eric. I mean, he's just a playmaker. I mean, the guy just makes plays in critical situations, and he's just Josh believes in him. He's going to make that contested play, and he made some big ones tonight. And just seemed like every single play, whether third down or whatever it was just a big play, and we had to have some guys step up and make those competitive plays, and they did. Okay, thank you, guys.
He's got 3 picks now this year. What have you seen from him just in terms of his development this year?
He's very much more tuned in on like plays, watching film, doing different things, like the small things, right? So I feel like that is a compliment to his game.
Marcus, there wasn't very many plays where Caden was able to take off and run, and he made a couple plays outside the pocket, but you guys did a good job containing him. Can you just talk about the emphasis you guys had, making sure y'all did that tonight?
Yes, sir. It was a big emphasis, especially after Arizona State game, letting Sam Levitt get out the pocket a couple times and make those third down conversions. So just emphasizing rushing through our rush lanes and making sure that he doesn't get that second opportunity. So I think we just did a good job honing in on our keys and just being relentless in our pass rush and pursuit. He got out the pockets a couple times, but we were going to let him get yards. So just pursuing after him.
this for both of you? They scored touchdowns on their first 2 drives of the night, and then just 7 points the rest of the way. What changed for you guys defensively after that?
Really nothing. Like, we know our defense. Like, it was just, we just got, talked to each other. It's not us. Like, we're going to get out here and we're going to get these stops. We knew it would come eventually, just focusing on our keys, doing, we were beating ourselves early, just not locked in on our eyes and our keys. So just honing down on the details and just believing in each other, really.
Yeah, I feel like, to be honest with you, that's the right thing. So we just went in for each other, honestly. We knew we weren't out the game. Like, we have a great offense. So when they scored, it was like, okay, man, we in this thing. You feel me? So I feel like we all knew it, and we did that. We capitalized on it.
Marcus. Your guys that always plays with a lot of emotion and energy, but it seemed like there was a concerted effort tonight for the whole team to play with all that emotion and energy. Was that something that you guys talked about needing to bring? Was it a product of the environment?
We didn't even talk about it. I feel like it was just an energy thing. Like, you felt it. Right, soon as ASU ended, we was ready for Colorado. Like, right then and there, everybody on the bus talking about it. So I feel like that very much, brought all the energy, especially with these guys.
Yeah, just had a bad taste in our mouth.
You know what I mean?
Marcus, Tristan Johnson coming in tonight, playing on the line. What did you see from him, and how was his emotions kind of getting?
Just a young guy, just balling out there, really. He did his thing today. Every practice he comes in trying to get better than every day. He goes in the office, he goes talks to coach, get the details, film, game plans. 77 is a pretty good tackle in the league, and he dominated tonight, I felt like. So just him being confident enough to play like him and make plays, so, yeah.
Bud, were you kind of surprised that Caden threw the ball that you picked off?
I thought he was about to run it, but when he threw it, I just jumped up to kind of tap it. But I knew once he hit my hands, I grabbed it. I was like, oh, yeah, that's money right there.
How big were both of those interceptions? Because yours and then Namdi's right at the very end of the second half. How important?
It was crazy because me and Namdi were looking at each other like, man, one of us got to make this play. And the crazy thing was we both ended up making the play. So I feel like that was great for us. And we got kids at home.
Next week, somewhere that you guys have struggled in the past. Is there kind of an extra juice for you with it being the last go-around going up there?
No, we're going 1-0 every week.
Josh Hoover, Chase Curtis.
Chase, you're often asked to do dirty work, a lot of the blocking and things like that. I guess how rewarding does it feel when you get those big opportunities on the 2 catches you had?
It's just part of the job. I mean, whenever my number's called, it's called, but I enjoy doing the dirty work. I mean, whatever Coach Browse asked me to do, I'm going to do it I'm going to give it my all. So, I mean, it's nice, but I enjoy it all.
Josh, I don't think I've seen you get worked up like you did there in the fourth quarter after that pass interference call. Can you just talk, not necessarily about that moment, but how you and the team kind of found your composure again afterwards?
Yeah, I mean, obviously some things didn't go our way. Didn't get some of the calls we thought we should have, and that's part of it. You just got to respond, and I think we did that. Thankfully we had the punt get muffed, and we recovered it. I mean, that was huge. So we get the ball right back where we're going to be anyways. And so it kind of worked out for us. And I think we just did a good job of never panicking tonight. You know, we knew if we just kept playing, keep doing what we do, doing our job at a high level and just being nasty about it, we're going to give ourselves a chance to win at the end of the game. And that's what happened.
Chase, it was a big night for the tight end room. Your play, DJ Rogers had a big play, and then Lafayette scored his first touchdown. Can you just talk about seeing Lafayette score the first touchdown of his career?
Yeah, it was really cool. I've been here with Law for 3 or 4 years, and he's a really good kid, really good dude, works really hard, and he's going to be a really good tight end here. He's just been behind me and DJ, but it was really cool to see him score. I mean, could have done without the spike, but he was just really excited, and hopefully there's more to come.
How much energy did KB and Eric just give you guys? Just the fact that they just tried to play tonight with the energy.
Well, I mean, Eric made some unbelievable plays tonight. You know, the touchdown, he caught it with one hand, and he just has he's just kind of a winner. You know, that's just kind of who he is. He does things to help us win, and he's a great player when you need him. And those critical moments, he makes those plays. And so having a guy like that, you know, on your team is huge. And we've got a bunch of guys like that, you know, I mean, just like you said, KB too. So it's great having those guys back. And I think it just gives us more chances to do different things with other guys and just be a little bit more versatile on offense. And so that's huge. And we got to continue to improve that going into the next week.
How important was that final touchdown to Eric to kind of salt the game away and to kind of rise that moment and make a big play on I think it's 4th and 6, right?
Yes, ma'am. I think it's just kind of putting the nail in the coffin. You know, that's kind of the way I see it. And obviously, you know, we made a play on 4th and 6 and scored. And at that point, you kind of just take a deep breath and you're like, all right, you know, we did it. So it's a great feeling. Nothing like winning a football game. Just proud of our team, proud of our guys, and just proud to be on this team. I got one more thing. I want to thank the Simpson family for all that they've done for TCU and for us as players. They've given us a chance to recover and get a lot better as players. And so we're so thankful for our donors and thankful for the Simpsons for all that they do for us. So thank you guys. Appreciate it.
Thank you, guys.
All right.